Every time I come back home, I wonder why I ever left. It's like when I'm here, New York City feels like a fever dream, and this island is the only thing that has ever felt real. My whole life there was this unspoken expectation that to be successful, I had to leave this island and go pursue something greater. So that's exactly what I did when I was 17. I moved to Manhattan to study engineering at Columbia, and shortly after graduating, I stayed in the city where life was supposedly better in every way you could ever dream of. But this trip is making me realize that that might not be true. Heavy Blue Crush vibes with the board shorts. Putting on my zinc. I always imagine this as war paint, even when I'm going out on like 1 foot waves.
I'm so happy to be back. I just feel like my whole heart and my whole soul is so happy when I'm here. It's just like where I belong. Heading down south to my favorite part of Island. I feel like in this year, I really want to call in more self-compassion. Something as simple as the way that I am talking to myself. If something's happening that I'm not so stoked about, I actually talk to myself like an insufferable lover. Like I'll sometimes just say like, hey honey buns, honeysuckle, I believe in you and you can do this. Because the greatest love story of your whole life will be the one that you have with yourself. You know what I mean? I'm on a little date with myself. And it's very nice. It's crazy to think about because I used to be the most insecure person. What I've realized now is that insecurity is like this safety blanket. That is just a coping mechanism to not deal with the hard, challenging emotion of processing through something difficult. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. Do you see these mountains? This is one of my favorite parts of the whole island. I'm entering the jungle now. It's something that is very important to do on Guam, but I think just in general, is to ask for permission to enter into that land. There is a whole prayer in Chamorro you can say, but I feel like what's most important is the intention in your heart. So I say something like, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here on this land. Thank you for existing, for being so beautiful. I am here to honor you, appreciate you. I come with an open heart. Hiking in my metallic pink platform hobbies. Island style.
I feel as though this connection to nature cannot be replaced by anything. Believe me, I've tried. And stuffing myself with distractions just leaves me feeling even more empty. Despite how fun it can be to live in the city, I've just felt so disconnected to nature, to community, to my intuition, to God. Really, I know that's a loaded word, but it's just felt like a big part of me is missing.
This spot is known as one of the most fertile spots on Guam, and a lot of women come here to get pregnant if they've been having fertility issues, and I'm not trying to do that, don't worry, but I think a place as fertile as this is where I want to set my intentions. We've reached a bit of a crossing here.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel really lonely in this sentiment. but it's not really something I can shake. We're only on this earth for such a brief moment in time. We will never be ourselves ever again. Like, I will never be Sarah ever again. I will never be able to be in this body and get to know myself in this intimate way ever again. Our existence is miraculous. It's absolutely gorgeous. We are all the luckiest beings in this universe. The odds of being born into the human experience are so low. It's as though we've won the greatest lottery of all time, the moment we were born.
I'm freaking basking in the sunlight.
When I think about life in this way, even the simplest, mundane things start to feel extraordinary. Like sometimes I'll just look at my hands and move my fingers and just be in absolute awe that I'm having a human experience. I think it's such a beautiful, unique way to experience the world, especially when you consider how the other atoms in space are spending their time. So I guess the biggest question now is how to spend the lottery winnings.
Really girthy.
You know what, right? Like, you know how it's supposed to be the feminine?
Yeah.
I feel like it's low-key. Phallic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, there would be like a little, you know, vulvic moment.
The coconut water is so good.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's looking for you. 然后就你，来给你。Oh yeah, just like that. So sweet.
Parking lot of the office supply store here. If you can see this bad boy, I have a massive canvas behind me that just barely fit into my car. But I am going to do a painting and I don't even know what I'm going to paint, to be honest. I know the space that I need to fill, I just don't know the actual subject yet. And I'm doing this for my mom's office. I'm gonna go look for some reference photos and
just kind of drive around the prettiest parts of Island until I find something cool to paint. Just looking for greens and reds. I'm a bit hungry and thirsty, so. The ratio, I have to say, is a little bit off, a little bit unsatisfactory, but see if I can climb this tree. This is a bit hard to do in one arm. Made it! Genuinely so recharged from that. I am a bit sleepy, I'm a bit tired physically, but I guess what I mean is like I'm spiritually recharged from that.